This test looks silly, like a weird Instagram dare. But research shows that if you can't do it, you're more likely to die early. Today I'm going to look at what this actually means, why it's worth your time, and how to ace the sit to rise test. Henry, you ready to go? Let's go! Go! Now this is called the sit to rise test, and it's where you sit down on the floor and try to stand back up without using your hands or your knees. And it seems simple enough, at least for some people. And a few years ago, a study came out showing that people who struggled with this were significantly more likely to die over the next several years. But hold on, just doing this test doesn't magically make you live longer. It's not that getting off the ground makes you live longer. It's that all the things that let you get off the ground, like hip flexibility, strength, and control, are the same things that help you live better, longer. And the more confident you are with the movements that let you stay independent, capable, and confident in your body as you age, well, the better off you're going to be. So before we go any further, I want you to try it. Sit down to the floor, and it doesn't really matter how you do it. Okay, now without using your hands or knees, try and stand up. So how'd it go? Notice what was difficult for you. That's your baseline. And next, we're going to talk about what that actually means. If you can't get up and down smoothly, it's because one or more of the following is underdeveloped: force, range, skill. Force is the obvious one, and that's because you need power through your hips, your legs, and your core, especially when you're moving in and out of awkward positions. You might be able to lift heavy in the gym, but strength in the gym isn't actually the same as strength on the ground. Then we have range of motion. If your hips, knees, or ankles are stiff, they limit your range of motion and force your body to compensate. And that's when you notice you need a hand for support, or worse off, you tweak something because of a lack of flexibility. And then there's skill, which most people ignore. This is your control, your balance, and your coordination. Basically, this just means being able to do things well and do them repeatedly anytime. Now, all three of these qualities are what the sit to rise test actually measures. It's not a pass-fail score. It's an assessment of where you're currently at. And the cool thing is that you can work on improving this. The ability to get down to the floor and back up matters more than most people realize. And it might seem like a small thing until you lose the ability to actually do it. And that's when small slips become dangerous, and when people stop playing with their kids or their pets. And it's also when you start skipping invitations to go hiking or surfing with your friends because you're secretly worried you're going to get hurt. And this isn't just about age. I've seen 45-year-olds move like 80-year-olds. And when I was living in Japan, my neighbor, who's 96 years old, was still able to move like a man 50 years younger. And the difference isn't luck. It's a matter of continuing to move in a way the body was built to move. So let's break down why you might be struggling and what you can do about it. Now, earlier I mentioned force, range, and skill. So those are the three lenses we're going to look through to use the sit-rise test as an assessment. Now, first off, you've got force. And if you try the sit-to-rise test and struggle halfway back up, you probably need more strength. Now, here's a simple check for you. I'd like for you to stand on one leg and then squat halfway down and hold this for 10 seconds. Once you do that on both legs. If you're having trouble doing that, well, it means that you need to work on your strength. And what you can do is use a prop, where you place your hand on that prop and just work on getting good at finding your balance here, taking your hand off and working up to being able to do that for 10 seconds. Work on that, and then you can go back and reassess your sit to rise test. Now, next we have range. And if it feels like you can't even get into the seated position, or if you have trouble squatting down low to the ground, you're dealing with mobility limitations. And this has to do with your hips, knees, and ankles. And one of the best fixes is to spend more time working on the kneeling lunge. Now, the kneeling lunge is working on your ankles, knees, and hip mobility. And as well, if you stand up out of it from time to time, making sure to switch legs, you're also working on your strength. Now, here are a couple other moves that are going to help you to improve your mobility and get used to sitting on the floor. You can sit in a modified pigeon position, then switch to a long sit, then to cross-legged, then to kneeling. The thing is, the more that you can move in and out of these positions, the better your range of motion is going to be. Next off is control. You're lacking control if you're wobbly or you feel like you're going to fall, even if you're strong and flexible. And here are a couple things that are going to help you out. Try doing the sit to stand slowly with your eyes closed. You can also try holding something in your hand while you're doing it. And this is going to train your nervous system to adapt. You can also add in crawling like the bear, monkey, frogger, and crab. And these are moves that force your body to coordinate in real time. You can rebuild control just like you rebuild strength. You just have to make sure you train with purpose. Now, of course, we can't forget the other little things that play a part in this, like your wrists and your ankles. For example, if you automatically put your hand down for support, that could be your body saying that it doesn't feel safe. And what you can do is work on using your hand by bringing awareness to how much assistance you're using. And over time, you can practice reducing the load and regain the full pattern without using your hands. And the same, of course, goes for your ankles. If they're stiff or weak, you can use support like a low table or a chair to work on, only going halfway down to slowly work on improving your strength and range of motion. Now, another thing to look at is your squat and work on improving that. And yeah, people love to say, just sit in a deep squat more. Man, while that's fine, we're not here just to sit in a squat. There's a difference between a resting squat and a transitional squat, going from position to position. The thing is, we want to focus on movement in and out of the squat and not just hanging out there. And this is why we love locomotion work like the Frogger and Monkey from our Elements program. They teach you transition through positions smoothly and with confidence. And that's the stuff that makes the sit to rise test eventually feel easy because you've already built the layers underneath it. Last but not least, if you can't do the test at all right now, that's fine. Seriously, we can work around this. You can start with a low bench or a couch like I suggested for your ankles. Just try sitting down and standing up with your hands, then work towards reducing how much support you need. Try kneeling transitions, try stepping up, really just try anything. And the thing is, there's always a place to start. So I want you to focus on what you can do, not what you can't do. And remember, this isn't about passing a test. It's a wake-up call, an objective assessment. It's about building a body that doesn't hold you back. So while the sit to rise test might seem like an arbitrary social media thing, it's actually a smart assessment to see where you stand and sit. Yeah, I know that's a bad joke. But seriously, think of it this way. If you have trouble getting off the floor today, what's that going to look like 10 years from now or even 20? And no matter where you are today, GMB can help you build a body you can trust in now and for decades to come. And if you're ready to feel better, move better, and stay capable for life, you're going to love this next video.